Tensions in the Middle East are entering a dangerous new phase. Analysts say Iran may not be trying to win the war in a traditional military sense. Instead, Tehran appears to be following a strategy built around endurance and deterrence. The idea is simple but risky. Survive the attacks, retaliate when possible, and convince the enemy that the cost of continuing the war is too high. This strategy could turn the conflict into a long and unpredictable struggle. The confrontation did not begin overnight. For years, tensions between Iran, Israel, and the United States have been building through proxy conflicts, cyber attacks, and covert military operations. But the situation escalated dramatically after direct strikes targeted Iranian military facilities. These attacks triggered a new phase of open confrontation. The Middle East now faces one of its most dangerous geopolitical crises in decades. Iranian military planners have long understood that their country cannot match the United States and Israel in conventional warfare. Both countries possess highly advanced air forces, intelligence systems, and modern weapons. Instead of trying to defeat them directly, Iran has spent years building a different type of strategy. This strategy focuses on resilience, asymmetric warfare, and long-term resistance. The first pillar of Iran's strategy is endurance. Military leaders in Tehran believe that simply surviving a long war may eventually produce a strategic advantage. Their assumption is that opponents may grow tired of the financial costs, political pressure, and military risks of a prolonged conflict. If Iran can absorb attacks and continue functioning as a state, it could claim a form of victory. The second pillar of Iran's strategy is deterrence. Over the past decade, Iran has invested heavily in ballistic missiles, drones, and underground military infrastructure. These weapons are designed to send a message to potential enemies. Any attack against Iran will be answered with retaliation. Even if many missiles are intercepted, some may still strike their targets, creating both military damage and psychological pressure. Iran has also built a network of underground missile bases, often referred to as missile cities. These facilities are hidden deep beneath mountains or desert terrain. Their purpose is to protect weapons from airstrikes and allow rapid missile launches even during heavy bombardment. However, recent reports suggest that even these protected facilities may not be completely immune to modern precision attacks. Another important part of Iran's strategy involves regional allies. Iran maintains relationships with armed groups across several Middle Eastern countries. These groups operate in places such as Lebanon, Iraq, Syria, and Yemen. Through this network, Iran can exert influence and apply pressure across multiple fronts at the same time. This greatly complicates the military calculations of its adversaries. Economic pressure also plays a role in Iran's strategic thinking. One of the most critical locations in global energy supply is the Strait of Hormuz. A large portion of the world's oil exports passes through this narrow waterway. Any disruption in this area could affect global markets and raise energy prices around the world. Because of this, even small military incidents in the region can have global consequences. However, Iran's strategy carries serious risks. Decentralized military operations and multiple active fronts increase the possibility of miscalculation. A single unexpected incident could quickly escalate into a larger regional war. Once escalation begins, controlling the situation becomes far more difficult. In many ways, the conflict could turn into a war of time. Iran believes it can endure longer than its enemies expect. At the same time, Israel and the United States rely on technological superiority and precision strikes. But history shows that long conflicts often depend not only on military strength, but also on political endurance and public support. The final outcome of this strategy remains uncertain. Iran may not be seeking a traditional battlefield victory. For its leaders, simply surviving the conflict and maintaining regional influence could already be considered success. But prolonged conflict also brings economic strain, international pressure, and unpredictable consequences. As tensions continue to rise, the question remains whether endurance will create deterrence or whether it will only deepen the crisis. For the Middle East and for the wider world, the stakes could not be higher.